You know what sucks about being single that no one talks about? There's no one to blame anything on. I had to take out the garbage before. I feel like if I had a man, he would be doing it. But here I am taking out the garbage, and then I have to put a new bag in. So I go under the sink, I grab the box of garbage bags, and there's no fucking bags in the box. There's no fucking bags in the box. Who would put an empty box back under the sink and not order new ones? Like, if I had a boyfriend, obviously it would have been him because I would never do that.
The way that guys will be like, I really like you a lot. I'm interested to see where this goes. We should make some plans. And I'm like, oh, yeah, okay, sounds good. No plans were made. No plans were made.
Kind of tragic and comical to me how you can have an incredible night out with some guy that you meet out at the bar. You can exchange numbers, you can kiss, it's super romantic, and like you seem like you're really getting along, and then you can just never speak to him ever again. Like you just never hear from him. What else do they want? I mean, it's like what? I don't invite you up to my apartment on the first meeting, and it's like, okay, bye. Never gonna hear from you again. Did our shared playlists and you putting songs in my phone mean nothing to you? Okay.
Okay, ladies, if you have not explored the 10 plus year age gap, you are surely missing out. They know how to clean up their socks. They've probably been married a few times, so they have already been nagged about all of the things that you could possibly nag them about. They are trained. They're trained. Try it out. You're welcome. Cheers.
Men don't really approach women in the wild anymore. This is something that is very common. We all know this at this point. Dating apps, shout out. I understand it can be intimidating, but I just got a really good compliment. And it wasn't even like a good compliment. It was just like a good segue to like have a conversation. This guy, very kindly, I could see him staring at me and I'm like, oh, here we go, you know? And he just goes, I really like your dress. And that was it. And then he left me alone. And if he had kept going with the conversation, would I have talked to him? Yeah, because that was normal.
I just wanted to say that if you're a man and you go get a haircut and then you immediately go run errands by yourself, you're out of the house, fresh out the fucking chair. Yeah, that's like 4 bodies right there.
Here's a crazy triple threat: being single, having free will, and having no friends. It's 8 p.m. on a Tuesday. I just got out of work. I'm not hungry, so I'm not gonna go eat. None of my friends are doing anything. What am I gonna go home to an empty apartment after living with someone I was in love with for 2 years? Fuck that. So I drove to Target. And now I'm sitting in my car because I don't need anything. I just drove here. I'm gonna go in. I'm obviously gonna go in. I'm gonna end up buying things. Obviously, I'm not a sociopath, but what? This is such a weird time of my life.
A man will literally drive 40 minutes to your house, say, oh, what's a 40-minute drive if you're my future wife? Like, that would be embarrassing if I let that stand in the way. Open up all the doors, walk you to your front door, kiss you on the forehead, kiss you on the cheek, rub your back, plan the dates, go on coffee dates, go on walk dates, have a game night, take a picture of y'all playing games, send you the picture, and say, oh, look at this, so cute. FaceTime his friends in front of you and introduce you to them. Talk about your future kids. Talk about Halloween, anything in the future. Set up this idea in your mind that they're going to be with you through all of these events. Offer to mow your lawn, and then one day they just won't reply to you. And then it's always like, we never see you date. Why don't you put yourself out there? Gee, I wonder why, Jessica. I wonder why, because these boys need to be studied.
Okay, I have to tell you guys the encounter that I just had at the car wash. Okay, first of all, I got the car wash for free. Thank you, sir, for that. So I'm cleaning my car, right? Like vacuuming my car. So I drive an all blacked out Dodge Charger. Everyone loves to talk to me about my car. It's like an icebreaker for men. So the dude next to me is like, hey, do you like your car? And I'm like, yeah, I love it. I've had it, for a couple 5 years-ish. Yeah, it's cool, whatever. So then he's like, hey, what's your name? And I said, oh, my name is Brittany. And he puts his hand out. So I go to shake his hand and he goes, hi, my name is your future. Okay. So then it went right over my head. So then we continue to talk and he's like, no, but for real, can I be your boyfriend? And I go like this. Now, y'all, I'm not married. This is fake. I'm not married, okay? I don't even have a boyfriend. I'm not talking to anybody. But I go like this, and he goes, oh, you can leave his ass. Okay. And then I just laugh because I don't know what to say, right? And then he proceeds to say, no, but for real, because you're fine as shit, and I would literally eat you for breakfast, lunch, and dinner for the next 37 days straight. What is going on? So I don't know what to say to this man. I'm not awkward either. So I'm just laughing like hee hee ha ha. And we're just shooting the shit. And then he's like, no, but for real, like the last line, no, but for real, I would literally impregnate you 32 times over. I have no issues. A wee bit aggressive. But thank you, kind sir. And he just was like, you are fine as shit, fine as shit, fine as shit. And I'm like, I just want to clean my car in peace and go about my day. But if you were the one in the car wash, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Energy was insane. A wee bit aggressive. But thank you for that. Yeah. Just a day in the life of being a girl, you know?
If I'm looking at a couple and I can tell that the girl is like way more obsessed with the guy and he's not really like that affectionate, and it's like obvious that he's not the one that loves the other person more, I'm immediately like, that's not gonna work.
So I just got home. I was attempting to go on like a little solo adventure tonight by myself downtown, and I went downtown, I got out of my car, I started walking, and then I turned around, walked back to my car, and went home. So I think social anxiety got the best of me just a little bit. I love doing things on my own, but sometimes it is hard. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just sharing my experiences and maybe other people can relate.
It's like I'm just partying every single weekend. And I'm gonna have to party tomorrow, and then I'm gonna have to party in 2 weeks from now.
If we are on a date and you are a grown man and you order a steak, you get it well done, you are going to be walking out of that restaurant alone.
So do I just need to come to your house and tie your shoes for you so you can stop tripping and realize that I'm your soulmate, or what?
If you're a man and you use the phrase type shit,
How am I supposed to find the love of my life and get married if I can't even tolerate a man longer than a week? Maybe in the next life.
I never thought it would be this hard to find a situationship. Like, I'm not asking for much. I am asking for the literal bare minimum. The barest of minimums. I thought that was every man's dream. I had a man the other day say, hey, I'm just like not looking for anything casual. Requirements. I just want someone to hang out with once a week on the weekends. 2, we don't have to text like that much at all. Like, I don't really care. Doesn't have to be that much. 3, I have to enjoy your presence and hanging out with you. And we can watch movies and hang out. But like, that's it. I'm not asking for much.
If you are a man and you don't know how to approach a woman in public, this is for you. Keep it very simple. It doesn't need to be a big deal. You don't have to think of something special to say unless there's a genuine compliment that you want to give her. Just walk up to her and say, hey, I'm so sorry to interrupt, but I noticed you. I think you're really beautiful, and I just had to come over and introduce myself. Hi, my name is whatever. If she's immediately standoffish or rude or says she's seeing someone, then just let it go and just say, no problem, sorry again for interrupting you, I hope you have a great day. If a woman is rude to you right off the bat after you give her a nice compliment like that is not a woman you want to be with anyway. You want to be with someone who's kind and respectful to people, especially if you had a respectful approach. If she is really rude or mean, don't take it too personally. I think most women are not going to be super open right off the bat. They're trying to like suss out the situation. But if she has a somewhat positive, open reaction, you really need to read her expression and her body language. Keep the conversation going a little bit, but keep it very short and simple, like no more than 5 minutes. And just say, I'd love to take you out sometime, get her number or her Instagram, and then get out. I just want to encourage more in-person meeting and in-person interactions, and I want to encourage women to be kind to men when a man approaches them, and I want to encourage men to shoot their shot in a respectful way.
Your type of guy is ugly, medium ugly, ugly, ugly. I don't care what kind of ugly. You're drawn to men that aren't that attractive. It might be because you're scared that if you date someone super attractive, they might leave you, or that you're not good enough for the super attractive person. You also might have beliefs about super attractive people, that they're super easy, they have tons of options, they talk to a lot of people, blah, blah, blah. But if you are a woman, you also know that you get these projections put on you too, and it's not fair and it's not cool. So I'm gonna ask you, are you really into that ugly or medium ugly guy, or do you think he's a safety net that will never leave you because you're too scared to go for the guy that you actually find really attractive, but you feel like you could never keep or would never want you? Just a little something to think about.
Why do all the men on Hinge say that their type is slightly autistic women? And do we think that has anything to do with the amount of likes? I'm kidding.
Somebody asked me last night, why would you want to date a younger man? What? Do you realize that men my age are constantly saying, I'm too tired? Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. Okay? Look, younger men, they want to give you back massages. They want to worship the ground you walk on. They want to serve you. They want to talk to you about deep life shit. Oh my God, they want to suck your toes. They want to suck your toes, okay? They're not too tired. They're not too tired.
You wouldn't have all that if it weren't for your husband. Yeah, no shit. I didn't marry a fucking loser.
Okay, I'm driving home from work and I just need to talk because I really have nobody to talk to and I'm really just not doing well. My whole life I really just have felt like kind of never really anybody's favorite person, favorite friend, really anything like that. And it's really starting to weigh on me a lot. Where I just feel like I don't know, like I just am so alone and I'm just really struggling, and I guess I'm just saying this so if you feel this way, just know you're not alone and this life is hard and you're in this with somebody else who feels like this. So have a good night, everybody.